Okay. We're on the west side of the front entry. Brick house. We got a little bit of movement. Well, actually, some movement. I can call it a little bit. On the decorative wing wall right here. It's a post-tension cable slab. There's different post-tension cables. I just know that it is a post-tension cable slab. Looks like we've had some repair here and some windows. Trees shouldn't be closer than 25 feet. Rain gutters discharge above grade. There's the gas meter over there. Rain gutters should not discharge directly onto the roof covering. That gonna wear your roof out? Yeah, I think so. At least from that area. Coming on along, all these front flower beds need to be cleaned out. Cleaned out and cut back. Trees need to be cut back away from the roof. I get it. You know, a lot of trees look nice. Okay, this column here, the brick is not supposed to hang more than 1/3 of its width off of the foundation perimeter. So that would be the front portico, the southwest corner. The brick column extends too far past the porch foundation. We've got clogged rain gutter on the west side of the front portico. Up here where those trees worn the shingles off, directly above the front portico where the trees rubbed the shingles off, the flashing, the little flashing plate, the metal flashing. First you see the shingles, then you see a strip of metal, then you see a freeze board, then you see a fascia board, and soffit, another freeze board. So right up there, right up there, the board, the metal, should have gone over a couple inches and then had been bent and folded over. I'm still looking for signs of cracking and have not found any. There's a little one right there. There's a little one right there. Then, over this lintel, right here, there should be weep holes. Homeownership 101, all roofs leak, all walls leak. We design them so that they shed water faster than they accept it. And then we have weep holes. You don't want any over here? I should have a weep hole over here. Some of the placement on this is questionable, I gotta say. I'll find one eventually. So there's a weep hole. Only one for the whole patio? That's gonna make the report. So we have weep holes, some weep holes, around the foundation perimeter. That brick's broken right there. You can see the core hole right there. That's not going to hurt anything because it just falls down on the ground. It's kind of unsightly. All these bushes should be cut back away. Is the GFCI protected? We'll find out. Sure is. And it's under the porch. It's protected from rain. Some of the other ones might have a different opinion about. So only one weep hole and none over the door and windows. Now, when you have an arch like this, you do not have a lintel, and so weep holes are not required where you have those. going to bounce around a little bit. We are. That's where your main shutoff valve should be. That's where your cleanouts are. These 4 pipes are to the water heaters. They're the temperature pressure relief valve drain line and safety pan. And you just can't win. Okay? These smaller ones are for the temperature pressure relief valves. You're not supposed to be farther from the ground than 6 inches. Okay? And these are the safety pans, and they're not supposed to be closer to the ground than 12 inches. Lawn sprinkler head should not be closer to the structure than 12 inches. All these bushes should be cut back and cut away. Look at the termite report. Rain gutters are discharging on the ground. It's not going to go uphill here. It's just going to roll right back in here. They tried. There's a couple ways you can handle this. Okay, because the lawn guys are going to step on it, people are going to trip on it, tetanus shots, all that kind of thing. You get the flexible hoses that come out. That's kind of tacky. And then a more expensive solution would be to take the drain lines and go underground and then come out, and they pop out away from the house. But where this house is sitting on the lot, you know, we've got some poor drainage right in here. Right in here is negative. Right over here is level. Pretty much. It kind of goes away. I might leave that alone. I don't know. I haven't written the report yet. A lot of things make the report. Over here, we're getting some high soil. High soil. Right in there. How does that read? It reads high soil on the south side of the garage. Moving on along. Usually, whoever has the high ground, that's their retaining wall. Now, it's on your property, so I'm not sure how that works. So, let's just worst case scenario or best case scenario, take your pick. Okay, but let's say this is your retaining wall. If it's farther from the structure than twice its height, then it should not have an effect. Should not. I don't know how much roof video we're going to get. So, see these pipes coming out of the roof right here? These 2 pipes. The one on the left, okay, it's a minimum of 6 inches. It should extend at least 6 inches above the roof line. Reason being is for snow, which we don't get a lot of. We don't. Now, these are called ridge vents. And right in here, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but you can see a little deflection. The technical word is sumping. But I don't use the technical word. I don't call sumping out unless it's really gross. Now, it's not, yay, I've got some deflection just like all my neighbors, because all your neighbors have it. All your neighbors have it. It doesn't mean that it's good. It's just common, and it's not that bad. It's not perfect. It's not the way. But you're not going to buy a house built around here that doesn't have a little bit of roof deflection. We'll save all this. Coming along. Now we are coming up the east side of the house. And we got some more foliage. We got some French drains here. Those are called French drains, just surface drains. In Texas, anything that doesn't come in a private sewer system is called a French drain. But those are surface drains. And we've got these pavers, and they've been built up around. So now we have high soil conditions. This window, okay, it doesn't have a weep hole. This weep hole, check that out. It's not, do you think water goes downhill? I do. It's what I always heard. So now you've built up the yard so that any water that gets in here goes down into the wall there. Not so good. This rotten wood, you think termites are going to like this? You think they're going to like that? I do. I'll just move it over here. Just asking for it. It's bad enough we have them. I'm not gonna invite them over. So a little bit of movement right there, and there's been some sealant around the windows. Already said that there's not. So now we're gonna go to some other windows. Windows where we have siding, okay? And rain gutters not supposed to discharge directly onto the roof. These windows, and it's kind of hard when they're butted up so close to the soffit. So we'll find some others, I think. They're supposed to have Z-bar flashing over the tops of them. I don't recall seeing any. And these are called soffit vents. Right up there. I don't know if they're showing up. They've been painted over real good. And we're painted over real good is not always a good thing. All this. What is this? Wisteria? Anyway, all these vines need to be cut back off of your house. I get it. It's like an English cottage, except that we're not in England. We're not in New England. We're in Texas. We're in subterranean termite land. So, termites, carpenter ants. I get it. It's attractive. It's romantic. And it's problematic, too. It's an attractive nuisance. Storm doors are beyond the scope of this inspection. Maybe I should have reset this in the garage, because that's probably where it is. Oh, no. Okay. That was another one. So we have GFCI. And since these do not have buttons on them, you should have this ugly little sticker that says GFCI protected. I peeled all mine off. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Again, all these bushes need to be cut back off of the house. All these windows are butted up. I wouldn't lose a lot of sleep over Z-bar flashing yet. Let's see what else we got. See the apron flashing coming off of the fireplace chimney? See how it's like? That should have been made more secure. See the apron flashing there? See those little mouths, those little fish mouths? Kind of looks like a little face. Hello! Okay. That should have been sealed. Then the siding over here. It's supposed to be 2 inches off of the roof. 2 inches off the roof. It's not supposed to be butted up next to the roof like that. It's supposed to be. So we got some gaps, the apron siding on the fireplace, and then the siding is in the back of the house. It's too close to the roof shingles. This is beyond the scope of the inspection. I've got this all over my backyard. My house is not for sale, alright? You shouldn't have to live like me. I get that. Alright, but these steps are not dimensionally uniform. So I'm just telling you in case somebody trips. If somebody decides to trip on this. But that's the way it is. Nice little screened in porch here. Paddle fan. No weep holes. Over the lintels. Another storm door. Okay. Needs to be reset. Moving on along. Swimming pool. Still got the lights on? No, we don't have the lights on. Since we don't have the lights on, let's look in this a little bit. Let's kind of move around. Is there water? Is there water in that light? Sure looks like it to me. Sure looks like it to me. We'll turn that bad boy on. We'll see what we got. It's going to be a different video. Yeah, there's water in that. There's water in that. Okay. 2 drains. Got water over here. won't reset. Maybe it'll reset when I do something else. Fence touching the structure, conducive to wood destroying insects by design. Okay, this arbor is beyond the scope of the inspection. These arbors are beyond the scope of the inspection. But since we're looking at them, let's just take a look, see what we got. Got swamp over here. Swamp over here. I'm told, the seller's telling me, that this is because of a French drain system, or surface drain system, if you will. And here's you can see some of the drain coming through here. Now this retaining wall is by the swimming pool. We got some cracking in it. Stair-step cracks right in there. Stair-step cracks right in here. So we got some movement. It's not going to affect this house, but it could affect the swimming pool. Just something to know. And these steps, kind of like those flagstones, they're not dimensionally uniform. So if Granny comes, I'm going to catch her by the arm and bring her around. My younger spry clients, they shouldn't have much trouble navigating these steps. Even your wrinkly old home inspector was able to get up and down these. Now this retaining wall is close enough to the structure that this would have some effect on, or it could, no promises, this could have some effect on it if it was to fail or move. It could affect your foundation. It's closer than twice its height. We got a little bit of cracking here, and we got a little bit of cracking here. Now, one thing I like to say is I can't tell if there's tiebacks installed.
They were built after the fact.
So, then, as close it is as a foundation, I doubt that there would be tiebacks installed. So, just something to take into consideration. All these bushes. Now we've made our way around the house with the trees still touching the roof, just like they were on the other side of the decorative wing wall there.